Hi there. A few weeks ago, we had some trending tech news that were in the AI sector. Two AI giants were struggling over each other to the extent that the issues even reached the courts of law. Now, if you have no idea about what is happening, well, sit down and let me give you a full story. Well, that is not the main theme of this video, but at least you need some context to understand what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, in 2015, Sam Altman joined hands with Elon Musk and they co-founded a company called OpenAI. Like the name suggests, OpenAI basically implies that the company was maybe open, maybe is supposed to benefit the community, and so it was structured as a non-profit organization. Well, due to some conflicts over power and Elon Musk wanting to have more control, they had a few issues, and in 2018, he decided to actually quit and leave the company. So that actually means that the company was left with no other choice because one of the most funders had actually left the company.
As much as $50 million.
More than helped. It wouldn't exist without it.
So the company had to go against its initial legal organization or structure. So the company had to start getting funding from any other sources. But before we even go further, what does a non-profit organization mean? A non-profit organization means that it does not report any dividends to either shareholders, founders, or even like board members. It means that all the revenue it actually collects is meant to benefit the community or to grow the company towards its goals and visions. So the mission of OpenAI was mainly to benefit AI. So the main mission of OpenAI was to make AI that helps the community. But then, fast forward in 2026, Elon Musk comes up and he wants to sue OpenAI. And the reason he's giving is that basically OpenAI is no longer on its core mission. And the core mission was to be a non-profit organization. And right now, OpenAI has been seen taking deals with Microsoft and other companies, meaning that it is no longer a non-profit organization. So what happened later on, after the jury and the judge had looked into the case, they finally decided that whereas Elon Musk's accusations may be right, they were raised at a wrong time. And here comes the main point of the video. The law of timing. You may have the next $1 billion Apple idea, but provided you don't execute it in the right time, it is good as nothing. So there are a few rules that actually govern the law of timing, and simply they are: a wrong action done in the wrong time, that simply implies disaster. And a wrong action done in the right time, that implies a mistake. But the right action done in the wrong time, then that implies resistance. You'll actually face more resistance towards doing that right action if you actually don't execute it in the right time. Then, of course, if you execute the right action in the right time, that implies success. So by Elon Musk coming up to actually sue Sam Altman, it was a very right action and it was the best thing to be done by any other person. But him having to wait since 2018 up to 2026, probably that actually maybe had some other things to do other than him genuinely seeking like OpenAI to go back to its original missions, which were to execute as a non-profit organization, basically to serve AI for the community. So the truth is that this lesson does not only apply to Elon Musk or Sam Altman or anyone, but it actually applies to even us. If you don't do the thing you're supposed to do in the right time, chances are that it may actually at some point become meaningless, even when it was maybe the best thing to have been done in at any time T. We have even seen this before, some companies releasing products that were ahead of tech. Like for example, in 2013, Google was almost like the first company to release AI glasses, but people were not used yet to AI glasses, and literally no one was able to cope up with the tech because it was released ahead of its time. But as of 2026, we've seen companies releasing AI glasses like Snapchat, Facebook, and almost every company is now working on its AI glasses, including Apple. So the main lesson to talk about in this video is that if you have the best idea and you think that idea is actually worth executing, first study the market and understand what is the right time to actually work on that idea. If it is the right time, then don't hesitate, because chances are that in the next 2-3 years, the idea you actually have right now may be irrelevant. Well, if you've watched up to this point of the video, I want to thank you very much. I hope you've gotten some lessons from this law of timing, and I think we are going to start applying it in our lives. Well, if you haven't considered subscribing, please consider hitting the subscribe button, maybe leave a like, a comment. I'll be glad to actually review them. And thank you very much for watching. See you next week.